Hey there, it's JJ and I'm back for the second part of the setting up a ArmA 3 server series. We're going to be looking at setting up a Altis Live server. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to install Wamp, which is Windows Apache, MySQL and PHP. We only really need the MySQL, but the rest of it will give us a hand. So we're going to go on Google, we're going to search Wamp and we're going to download Wamp server. Once this is downloaded, we're going to double click this and we're going to install it. You can leave all these options as default and wait for it to install. I am going to change it from Internet Explorer to Chrome. So click yes, and I'm going to find where Chrome is installed. And select the exe, and I'm going to change the default editor and I'm going to set it to Notepad++. Like so. Just going to wait for it to finish off its last little bits. And then finish. So now that's done, I'm going to start it up. And you can see in the bottom right hand corner there's a little red W. That's going to turn into an orange W and then a green W. And once it turns green, it is good to go. So there we go, it's turned green. So if we right click and then click localhost or open localhost in Chrome, whichever one you prefer, it's going to load up the test page so you can see how it's all looking. That shows it's working fine. Now we're going to download the Altis Live framework. So what we're going to do is we're going to search for As Yet Untitled. That is the name of the Tonic framework. As Yet Untitled framework. And we're going to go over to releases and we're going to hit version 5.0.0 and download the zip of the source code. Once that's downloaded, we're going to open that and we're going to extract the contents of the zip folder to the desktop. We can close the zip folder and navigate to A3 Master. We're going to be dumping some files into this A3 Master, which is where our server is installed. But first of all, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the SQMs folder. We're going to copy the Altis mission file, and we're going to copy it into altislive.altis. Then we're going to rename it from mission altis to just mission. And once we've done that, that's all we need to do within the altislive.altis folder. But what we do need to do is we need to package that up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back on the internet, going to Google Pbo Manager. And we're going to download that from ArmAholic. What this allows you to do is just package PBOs and unpackage them again by just right-clicking on the folder that you want to package. Pbo is the proprietary ArmA format. Now, hopefully you will have downloaded 7-zip. So what you need to do is right-click on your the downloaded package and extract that up. Open that directory and then extract the RAR folder as well. Inside the .rar there is a .exe and you can execute that. to install the software. So once that's done, we can go back to the framework. And what we're going to do is right-click on altislife.altis, use Pbo Manager, and package that into altislife.pbo. What we're going to do is we're going to leave that for a second, and we're going to make a new folder within the A3 master folder, and we're going to call that @life_server. We're going to open that up, and within that folder, we're going to add another directory called add-ons. We're then going to copy life server, and we're going to put it in the add-ons folder. And for good measure, we're going to package that into a PBO. Then we're going to go back to the root directory of our server, and we are going to now go to our MP missions folder. I'm going to copy both the altislife.altis and the altislife.altis.pbo into the mission file folder. What we're going to now have to do is download the piece of software that allows us to interface ArmA with a external server, and that's extdb3. So we're going to again go to the releases, and we're going to download the release, which is windows.zip. Once that's downloaded, we're going to extract the downloaded files into the root directory of our server. I'm just going to drag and drop those in. We're going to copy and paste the tbmalloc into the root directory. These are just files that allow ArmA to do some things that it wouldn't be able to normally do, namely access the database. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go down to Wamp, we're going to right click on it, and we're going to open phpMyAdmin. This is going to allow us to edit our database using a graphical user interface. To log in here, you're going to use the username root with no password. And once that's worked, we're going to minimize this, and we're going to go to the file that we downloaded at the beginning. We're going to find altislife.sql. We're going to right click on that, and we're going to open in Notepad. Scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you will see create user, if not exists, identified by. Now you need to change that identified by to a new password. I'm going to set this as new password for now. You need to set this to something secure. You're going to save that, and then you go back to phpMyAdmin and press import. Choose file, and you want to find where your altislife.altis file that you just edited was. Once that's uploaded, press go, and give it a little while to sort itself out. Once you get all of these green things, that means that it's successfully succeeded. And you can see on the right hand side there's an Altislife database, which we can click on and have a quick look at the contents. You can see there's a load of tables within there. So we're going to close that down, and we're going to go back into our server folder. We're going to open extdb, and we're going to open the config file. We're going to edit that in Notepad++, and we're going to write down the bottom. First of all, we need to change where it says database to altislife. We need to change the username to ArmA3. We need to change the password to whatever we set it to. And we need to change the database to altislife. Save that, and then we can close the editor. So once that's set up, what we need to do is we need to edit our startup parameters. We're going to go right click on our shortcut and we are going to edit the properties. So we're going to add to the target line dash server mod equals at life server or life underscore server semicolon at extdb3 semicolon. And we do want to put all of that within some speech marks. And then we also want to put dash auto init at the end. Once we've done that, hit apply. And then we want to edit the server.config. So we're going to scroll down to where it says the name of the missions. We're going to change the template to altis underscore life.altis and the class to altis life. We can then test boot the server and see if that works. So we're going to load up ArmA and we're going to test boot this. So we're going to go to server browser, we're going to find the server and I'm going to direct connect to this and I'm going to click join, select on the server, click join. Once that's done, you will see that the role assignment has got the Altis Life RPG in the mission name. So I'm going to select the civilian slot and I'm going to wait for the mission file to download. So once that's done, I'm going to log in. Now, this is a really common issue, so what I'm going to do is show you how to fix this, or at least not fix it, but I'm going to remove Spyglass temporarily. So we're going to go back into our server, we're going to close the server down, and we're going to open the altislife.altis file. We're going to go to config, config master, and edit with Notepad++. And you can see Spyglass toggle, we're going to set that to false. We're going to save that, and then we're going to repack using Pbo Manager the altislife.altis folder into altislife.altis Pbo, and we're going to restart the server. So we're just going to wait for this to boot, and once we get the mission started, we're going to open ArmA, going to reconnect. Select civilian, re-download that mission file once again, and then when we log in we can see we get the spawn selection screen for default. As yet untitled ArmA Altis Life. That's a really quick tutorial. Thanks for watching.